It's 2026 and we are still discovering all sorts of creative use cases with Google's Nano Banana Pro. I've been doing so much experimentation that I've actually discovered some use cases that I'm sure you have never seen before. So stick around, we're going to be having a whole bunch of fun. I'm going to be jumping straight into the creative use cases. So if you've never used Nano Banana Pro before, you can watch one of my previous videos. The link is in the description. Anyway, let's have some fun and let's get started. You can generate these awesome isometric scenes with realistic people. It's also reminiscent of dioramas, but the way that I adjusted this prompt is that it's going to put it against a white background. It could also be a really interesting way of showcasing yourself. You know, instead of just using a portrait image, you could generate an image of yourself in this particular scenario. And it looks really cool in my opinion. I even tried one of myself with my Jack Russell to see how it would look. And yeah, I personally really like this style of isometric, you know, 3D render inspired imagery. Now, like I said, you can use an image of yourself, and then once it's generated, you can also bring it to life. You can take this one step further and actually bring that image to life. I would highly recommend using Grok Imagine. So if you go to grok.com/imagine, sign in and then click on the Imagine tab, you can drag and drop your image over here to upload it, and then you'll be typing in a prompt in this prompt box. The most important part of this prompt is to specify that it is a static shot so that it doesn't add any camera motion. And then Grok is going to bring that to life, and I think the end result looks amazing. Since we're still talking about isometric images, you can also generate this awesome image of your city or your country. I do want to give credit to Techie SA because he was the one that posted this idea. I just adjusted some of the prompting to my liking, but you can try this prompt and you get these really cool isometric images of your city or your country. You can generate these awesome tiny planet images. So if any of you have used a 360-degree camera before, you've probably seen this style of imagery, or maybe you've created your own. I used to create a lot of these. So it basically takes a 360-degree panoramic image and it makes a landscape or a city look like it's wrapped around a miniature or floating sphere. But you're in luck, you don't need to buy these cameras because you can simply just prompt this type of imagery. You can even upload an image of yourself and create this type of perspective. So just go ahead and follow the prompt and you'll be able to generate your own tiny planet images. Then you can go ahead and take this one step further and use Grok Imagine. So upload your image and do image to video. Type in the following prompt. As long as you specify a static tiny planet, the AI will understand how to animate this image. But of course it's AI, so you might have to re-roll it until you're happy. But have fun with this and bring those images to life. You can generate ASCII or ASCII style art using Nano Banana Pro. If you don't know what ASCII art is, it's basically a technique for creating images or pictures and designs using only the standard printable characters that are found on a keyboard. It was popularized by the internet and developed in the 1960s. So if you look at the prompt, all you have to do is adjust what you see in brackets. So you can say a cat or a dog or whatever comes to mind, and it's going to generate that image using all of these different symbols. You can take this one step further and actually animate your ASCII art. So I would highly recommend using Grok Imagine. So if you go to grok.com/imagine, you can use this completely for free. When you sign in, you just want to select Imagine. And then once you see this, all you have to do is drag and drop your image over here. It's going to upload it, and then you'll be able to type a prompt in the box over here at the bottom. And then you'll click on this button to essentially generate a video, and then at the end you're going to get an awesome video like this that brings your ASCII art to life. Here is a silly capability with Nano Banana Pro. You can actually let it purposely generate images with absurdly wrong proportions. So the end result is that you're going to get these hilarious looking images, and I don't want to give credit to FOFR because he's the one that discovered this use case. I just decided to experiment with it. So whenever you're typing out your prompts, you basically just want to say that all of the proportions are absurdly wrong. So definitely try this with animals. I tried it with some vehicles as well. Sometimes it makes like the tires like massive, or it just messes around with the overall proportions of the car. You can even try it with fashion. So maybe there's like these high fashion outfits where maybe the sleeves are absurdly large, and it creates these really strange and unique looking outfits. So give this one a try. I think it's really interesting that you can essentially just tell the AI to do something wrong and it gives you an end result. So give it a try. You can generate this awesome typography where you can type out a specific word, and that word is now going to be transformed into a physical object that's related to its meaning. So let's say you type in the word chameleon. All of the letters in chameleon are now going to take the shape and form of an actual chameleon, which is amazing in my opinion. So this could be used for maybe generating some really interesting looking logo designs, or maybe some sort of illustration for a t-shirt. Now I do want to give credit to Alina Amir because they are the person that mentioned this particular use case. I had to try it myself and it works out pretty well. So go ahead and have fun with this one. Did you know that you can actually retexture logos? Now I noticed this works best with more minimalistic logos, so something where there's not too much going on. Maybe it's a single color logo against a single color background. If you upload that image, you can actually generate it in different colors or different materials. Maybe it's made out of gradient plastic, or maybe it's made out of shiny steel, or maybe you want it to be made out of fluffy cotton. You can just play around with these ideas and see your logo retextured. This use case is crazy. Did you know that you can actually do full banner and signage extraction from an image? So let's say you've captured an image of a storefront or maybe a food truck. If you upload that image, you can basically let it extract whatever it sees in that image, and it's going to prepare it as a clean design that could essentially be used for something for printing or maybe promotional material on social media. You can see from these end results that the level of accuracy, in my opinion, is actually mind-blowing, that it's even capable of doing this. So fantastic capability with Nano Banana Pro. You can do makeup or face paint transfer. So in order to do this, you have to upload two images. The first image is going to be the image of the face paint or makeup that you actually want to transfer. And then the second image is going to be an image of yourself. It could be a portrait or whatever you want to use. Then you type in the prompt that you see on the screen right now, and it's actually going to transfer it over onto your character's face. And it does such a good job with making it look as natural as possible. This is a very interesting capability, but you can generate time-based storyboarding. So let's say you upload an image. In this case, I uploaded an image of a banana duct taped to a wall at an art gallery. You can then generate a storyboard based on events that are going to happen over a certain period of time. So you can specify like what's going to happen 5 hours earlier from when this image was taken. And then the AI is going to, think of a sequence that makes sense in relation to the context. Like maybe they went to a grocery store and purchased a banana. They also purchased duct tape, and it brings all of this together to lead up to that final image that you uploaded. So a very interesting capability with Nano Banana Pro. Play around with this and see what it ends up coming up with. You can generate these viral images and videos of lost relics. It's basically someone that's exploring a bygone era, whether it's the 90s or maybe they go into an ancient civilization and they've got this, flashlight that they shine in to highlight these different elements from that era. So as long as you type out this prompt, it's going to give you this style of imagery. I personally wanted to explore the 90s because the 90s mean a lot to me. But yeah, you can generate these images and then you can also bring them to life. If you intend on bringing these images to life, I would actually recommend using Kling 2.6 because it does a very good job and actually makes these videos look extremely realistic. So you'd want to go to the AI video generator, make sure you're using the 2.6 model, which is the latest one, upload your image over here and you'll be able to do image to video. So I just typed out this prompt. Probably the most important keywords is handheld camera motion, and then I specify what it's focused on. I also said the view is from a first person perspective, and in this case the person walks closer to the table. Now you can obviously adjust that to your own liking, but probably this is the most important keyword over here: handheld camera motion. I also said that there is dust particles that are in the air that's being illuminated by the flashlight, and then you get some really interesting looking videos that look very believable. It looks like this person is definitely exploring this bygone era. Another keyword to experiment with is the camera quickly zooms in. You can see in this case on a particular object, or you can even say zooms out, and it does such a good job. I mean, these videos look very believable. It looks like someone's maybe using their smartphone to capture, these items from this bygone era. You can generate absurd looking CCTV footage, and I think this is where you have the most amount of fun. Instead of making it look like you're incriminating a real person, let's go crazy with this idea and do something ridiculous. So maybe on the CCTV footage it captures dogs preparing food in a kitchen, because you know this whole scenario is obviously crazy. Or maybe there's an alien that's purchasing a Slurpee, or maybe a brown mama bear with her cub, you know, in a shopping center purchasing honey. You know, all of these ideas are hilarious and completely absurd. But yes, you can generate some really believable looking CCTV footage. You can either generate it with the timestamps on the image or without them, which is what I would recommend it, and you can add those timestamps in post. And now if you want to do image to video to actually bring the CCTV footage to life, I would recommend using Grok Imagine. It just has a very good understanding of the CCTV footage. You can see how I've gone ahead and prompted some of these scenes. And of course, we want to bring it to life. I mean, it's cool to look at a static image, but once it starts moving, I think that's when it really gets your attention. So have fun with that. You can also generate absurd Google Street View style imagery. So of course, Nano Banana Pro is owned by Google, and it's pulling, you know, data from Google Street View and Google Maps. So it even adds in UI elements like the street name and address, and even the map at the bottom left and the compass icons and all of that. But go absurd with this, right? Think of something that's crazy that's been captured with Google Street View. Maybe there's a knight that's mowing his lawn, or there's bears that have stopped a car for a routine driver's license check. So have fun with this one and come up with some crazy ideas. You can generate these images where it looks like an object or even an animal has been carved out of fruit. Now I do want to give credit to Umesh for this idea. I did adjust the prompt to my own liking, but you can create some really creative looking images using this prompt. So maybe you've got a gecko that's been carved out of lime, or a swan that's been carved out of bananas, and it's going to generate a beautiful and realistic looking image. Now I decided to use one of my favorite AI video generators, which is Grok Imagine, and you can see it understands how to bring this to life. I just said handheld camera motion that quickly zooms in and out on this gecko. I did give it some realistic looking eyes, but yeah, that carved piece of fruit is now moving around on this table and it looks very believable. So I think it did a great job. Have you generated an image but you don't know what story to tell? Well, you can actually use AI to give you some incredible inspiration. So with this prompt, you can either give it a little bit more context to guide the story, but I would recommend not doing that and just letting AI generate something for you so that you can be completely surprised. Now when you upload your image, type in this prompt, it's going to give you 6 different frames, and then you can interpret the end result, and hopefully it can actually, you know, become the building blocks for a story that you might want to tell. This use case is going to be particularly useful if you want to generate images with various ethnicities. Maybe you're creating a short film and you want some variety with your characters. You can upload an image of your character, and I'm going to be showing you, well, you can see it right now, all of the different keywords for ethnicities that you can try. So once you upload your image, just type in the prompt and then specify the ethnicity and a specific region, or whether they're male or female. It's then going to reference your image and pay attention to different characteristics, like maybe the way they've been styled or the color of their hair, but then it's going to change their ethnicity. So it's a great way to generate variety for your characters. You can generate these awesome images and videos of giant humans and tiny humans. Now, I recently released a full tutorial showing you how to do this, where I go over the prompting and the AI video generator that you should be experimenting with to get the best results. So I won't be covering that in this video, but I am highlighting it as a use case, as it is something that I have experimented with recently. If you want to see how to actually create these images properly, then check the link in the description to the full tutorial. Okay, so this is going to be very useful. This is going to be a cheat sheet to generate UGC style images. So you can see the prompt right now. You can generate these very believable looking images, or maybe someone holding a product and promoting it. And if you upload an image of your product, you can also use the following prompt, and you can actually have that person holding and promoting your product in this UGC style. Now you can also generate images of someone on a podcast just by trying this prompt, or you can also generate a ridiculous looking podcast where maybe you've got 2 different animals that are having a conversation with each other. If you want to generate a video game live streamer, you can try this prompt. Or if you want to generate someone who's a vlogger, maybe just walking in the street and talking, you can also go ahead and try this prompt. There's also another variation of that vlogger where they may be indoors. This would be more of a static setting and location where they're just talking to the camera. If you want to generate a professional headshot, maybe you're on LinkedIn and you want to have something that looks professional without having to, go ahead and actually have a professional photo shoot, well, you can just generate a professional headshot for yourself. So just a quick cheat sheet covering all these different types of images that are definitely useful and that you can start using right now. So this use case is going to be a whole lot of fun for anyone who's grown up playing video games, but I wanted to go old school. So I generated these images in iconic old school video game styles. A video game style that I personally love is the PlayStation 2 era. I have a lot of memories from the PlayStation 2. So I generated these images. The characters look like they have this low poly aesthetic with low quality textures, and it just looks incredible in my opinion. Now, if you grew up playing video games, you probably purchased these magazines as well. This looks like a very early 2000 era video game magazine. Well, you can generate these magazine covers as well for your PS2 era images. Another style that you can try is cel shaded. Now, cel shaded reminds me of video games like Jet Set Radio or Borderlands. It's where your characters or the items in a scene have this, thick black outline. And yeah, Nano Banana Pro does a very good job generating those images. We can also generate images of pixel art. I mean, this is very iconic. Think of the Sega Genesis, and we can go way back. And then another art style that you can try related to video games is this isometric sprite based style. So think of video games like Diablo or Fallout, and you can generate these awesome images. You can generate these beautiful Risograph posters with typography. They also tend to have this beautiful retro aesthetic. In order to create these images, you would actually need specialized machinery, but now you can just generate this aesthetic. And the easiest way to explain Risograph, think of stencils being layered on top of each other. So you've got one stencil of a character in blue, and then you put another stencil on top of that of maybe a halftone pattern in black, and it layers all of these stencils until you get the end result. But I wanted to go educational, focus the aesthetic on different animals around the world, but of course you can modify the prompt to your own liking. I just think this style looks beautiful, and of course you can actually go ahead and just print that out on a piece of paper without requiring all of that specialized machinery. So have fun with this. I mean, Nano Banana Pro is crazy with the amount of different styles that it can generate. You can create these beautiful, colorful mixed media collage posters. So mixed media uses more than one type of art material. So you'll basically combine maybe paint with magazine clippings and yarn and photos to create these beautiful collages. So these images are very vibrant and energetic. Maybe they could be used for showcasing fashion, where you want something to be very eye-catching, or maybe just an image of yourself that utilizes, various photos or all of these beautiful looking colors. But I personally love the mixed media aesthetic, and you can definitely generate beautiful images like this using Nano Banana Pro. Here's a fun bonus use case that you can experiment with. This one I literally just discovered by experimenting with prompting. You can generate these images of invisible people, and Nano Banana Pro does a very good job. So have fun with this one. Okay, so that's going to be the end of this video. Now, of course, all of these prompts are completely for free. You simply just have to type them out. But if you do want an easier solution, I have prepared a paid document that contains 100 creative use cases across various creative industries. It's extremely useful. The community loves it. You can simply just copy and paste the prompts. So every prompt you saw in this video, you'll be able to copy and paste it and use it. It's a great way to support me and the channel, because of course all of this takes a lot of time and effort and research, and I'm doing everything by myself because I'm not just recording videos, but I'm also preparing documentation. So it would be greatly appreciated. So if you want access to this document, the link is in the description. Anyway, you guys are super awesome. So stay tuned for some more videos and tutorials, and goodbye.